From fan favorite,
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, that feels so good.
to custody battles and paternity drama that split the fandom.
Paternity test.
You know how I feel about that.
I'm not allowing you to do that again.
This is the satisfying downfall of Justine. But before the drama and downfall, their love story had the most unlikely beginning imaginable. Justine and Michael's love story began in a very unusual way. They met through a prison pen pal program. At the time, Michael was serving time for drug-related charges. Many people might walk away from a man in prison, but Justine saw something different in him. At first, they only wrote letters to each other. The letters were long and full of honest feelings. Michael shared his past, his mistakes, and his hopes for a better future. He told her about his dream of making money again under his rap name, Montana Mills. Justine shared her own life, her struggles, and her dreams.
You just didn't like the fact that I'm over here playing house.
Playing house, huh? Is that how you look at it?
Not really. Mocha's telling me that I gotta choose between being a family man or a rapper.
Over time, their letters turned into daily phone calls. Even though they could not see each other, they began to know each other very well. They laughed together, shared secrets, and offered each other comfort. When Justine finally visited Michael in prison, she felt an instant connection. The chemistry they had built through letters was even stronger in person. Many people questioned her choice to be with someone in prison, but Justine believed in Michael. She saw the man he could be, not just the man he had been. Being in a relationship with someone in prison is not easy. Justine made many sacrifices. She sent Michael money for commissary, paid for phone calls, and even helped with legal costs. She spent holidays without him and missed having him by her side. But she stayed loyal, waiting for the day he would finally come home.
You've done things that you don't want to do. You've done things you're not proud of. It's just
Yeah, you know
life.
what I didn't want to do? Leave my family for 3 years. I didn't want to do that. I did it for you.
I understand that.
No, you don't understand it.
And what you think
don't
what I'm
understand
doing is
it.
not for you, is not for us?
Freedom should have been their happy ending. Instead, it became the start of their biggest test yet. When Michael was released, it was a big moment for both of them. They were happy to finally be together, but along with the joy came many challenges. Justine had children from a previous relationship, and Michael had children too. This meant they now had a blended family. Bringing two families together is never simple. On top of that, Michael had to adjust to life outside prison after being away for years.
Let's pretend that Melody do something and you are not home.
I trust her judgment. I mean, I've seen how she's interacted with her own children to know that she disciplines her kids and she know, you know what I mean? I leave it in her hand. I know she...
The show Love After Lockup captured these moments. Viewers saw the first hugs, tears, and excitement. But after the first days, reality hit. Michael now had to help take care of the household, spend time with the kids, and find his place in a busy family. Michael still wanted to follow his dream of being a rapper. His music career was important to him, but chasing that dream meant late-night studio sessions, networking, and spending money on his career. Sometimes this conflicted with family responsibilities.
If you want to take off your ring and take the pictures off your Instagram of us and live like essentially a double life, it's gonna bother me, it's gonna hurt me.
It's what I did before.
Maybe that's why you guys aren't together.
Justine supported his dream, but she also wanted stability. She had spent years holding the family together and wanted Michael to share the responsibilities. If he was gone too much for music, it caused tension. They also faced the opinions of the public. On social media, some people admired their love story. Others criticized Justine for marrying a man with a criminal record. The attention was new for them, and it was not always easy to deal with. Still, they tried to stay united. Michael worked to build relationships with Justine's children, and Justine stood beside him as he chased his career. It wasn't perfect, but they wanted to prove people wrong and show that their love was real.
Maybe you all don't trust me to have a hand in helping him raise his kids.
I don't think it's your place to come and talk about the kids.
When the kids are gonna be with us, I'm gonna be helping him raise his kids on our side.
At first, fans couldn't get enough of them. They seemed like the perfect reality TV success story. When Justine and Michael first appeared on Love After Lockup, they quickly became fan favorites. They seemed real and open. Viewers could see both their good moments and their struggles. Many reality TV couples hide their problems, but Justine and Michael didn't. They talked openly about the difficulties of adjusting after prison, the stress of blended families, and the sacrifices needed to keep love alive. Fans respected their honesty. Justine, in particular, became an inspiring figure for many women. She was loyal, strong, and stood up for herself. Women in similar relationships saw her as someone who understood their challenges. She showed that you could be loving, but still expect respect. Michael also gained fans. As Montana Mills, he used the show to share his music and his story. Some people admired his drive to succeed. Others worried he focused more on music than family. But either way, people were interested in what he was doing. The couple worked on building their public image together. They posted family pictures, shared behind-the-scenes moments, and kept fans updated. Reality TV fame doesn't last forever, but Justine and Michael knew how to keep their audience watching. The early years of Justine and Michael's story were filled with hope, sacrifice, and determination. They proved that love could grow even through letters, phone calls, and prison visits. When Michael came home, life became more complicated. They had to blend their families, deal with money pressures, and balance Michael's music career with family needs. But through it all, they tried to stay strong together.
Yes, sir!
Yes. It's the first time he's been home in a while. Let's do Mike's first. It's our last day in Rhode Island. We still have to say goodbye to everybody, and we've yet to tell them that we're moving to Vegas.
Justine showed the world the power of loyalty and love. Michael showed his determination to rebuild his life and chase his dreams. Together, they became more than just a couple on TV. They became a symbol of second chances and resilience. Their rise was not perfect, but it was real, and for many fans, that made them unforgettable. Then everything changed when Justine made one shocking decision that left Michael feeling completely betrayed. The cracks in Justine and Michael's seemingly solid story began to show during Life After Lockup Season 6. One of the most dramatic moments came when Justine brought up a sensitive and emotional subject: custody of her children.
Kids were driving me crazy for a little bit, man.
Well, you know, that's the life with the kids. Like, I mean, what did you think it was gonna be like?
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It's nonstop.
Justine was pregnant at the time, and there were risks with her pregnancy. She wanted to make sure that if something happened to her, her children would be cared for in the way she believed was best. Her decision was to legally designate her eldest daughter, Kylie, as the guardian of her kids. To Justine, this choice came from a place of love and protection. She trusted Kylie, who had helped care for her younger siblings in the past. She also had worries about Michael's ability to take on all the parenting duties alone. Michael's busy schedule with his music and their history of disagreements made her feel uneasy.
You don't make it. What happens with your minor children? What would you want to have happen?
I would pick my daughter, Kylie.
What do you mean, Kylie? That doesn't even make any sense.
When they went to see a lawyer to discuss the matter, Michael was shocked. He saw the decision as a sign that Justine didn't trust him. To him, it felt like a betrayal. In front of the cameras, his emotions boiled over. He walked out of the meeting, leaving Justine to face the lawyer alone.
Well, if you give me a chance to talk, maybe you'll find
me,
out.
No, you're
okay,
telling me.
Okay, well, you let me know what.
No, I'm good. You talk to the lawyer. You got to figure it out.
Fans were quick to react online. Some supported Justine, saying she was right to think about her children's stability and to prepare for the worst. They argued that Michael had not yet proven he could manage everything on his own. Others criticized her, saying she was putting too much pressure on Kylie and undermining Michael's role as a father. One user wrote, "Selfish is trying to leave 2 kids on a 19-year-old and one is on the spectrum. But she's in college, but she knows him better. He just got out of prison. WTF, where is her brain at?" Another wrote saying, "Yep, and no harm, but you marry a dude but don't trust him with your children? Maybe you shouldn't have married him." As if the custody drama wasn't enough, another major conflict hit their relationship: the paternity test controversy. Michael's mother, Maria, had never fully embraced Justine. She often questioned Justine's intentions and seemed protective of her son to the point of suspicion. During a tense moment, Maria raised the idea that Michael should get a paternity test for the child Justine was carrying.
See, my mother has DNA tested my kids in the past before. Without my consent, without their mother's consent. She goes around just swabbing my kids like she's running around COVID testing people. That's very inappropriate, that's very invasive.
For Justine, the accusation was deeply hurtful. She had stood by Michael through his prison time, supported him financially, and welcomed him into her family. To have her loyalty questioned, especially about something as personal as her child's paternity, was insulting and painful. Michael was caught in the middle. On one hand, he didn't want to offend his mother. On the other, he knew how much this hurt Justine. The tension between his loyalty to his wife and his relationship with his mother created an uncomfortable situation for everyone.
I don't think it was a smart idea for you to have a baby right now.
I think it's completely outlandish for her to have me take a DNA test.
Eventually, the issue was resolved, and there was no doubt about the child's paternity. But the damage had been done. Even after the truth came out, the incident left a shadow over the family. Viewers saw it as proof that trust issues and outside interference were affecting the couple's relationship. On social media, opinions were divided again. Some felt Maria was simply looking out for her son, even if she was wrong to doubt Justine. Others thought the whole situation was an example of how harmful it can be when extended family gets too involved in a couple's private life. The controversy may have been resolved on paper, but the emotional impact lingered. It became another layer in the growing list of conflicts Justine and Michael had to navigate.
You know, but on the contrary, your paternity test, and who do you think you are? Maury Popovich? Jerry Springer? Like, I love you, but I gotta go.
While they fought over kids, an even bigger problem was quietly tearing them apart: money. Alongside emotional and family issues, money became another source of tension. Justine had a dream. She wanted a beautiful wedding that would be remembered forever. Her vision came with a big price tag, around $60,000. To her, the wedding was not just about the dress, the venue, or the decorations. It was a celebration of their love, a chance to show the world how far they had come.
And she wants the wedding to be at least $60,000. You know, I don't think she would ask for it unless she knew Michael had the money, because I don't see her as one of those type of wives.
But their reality was different. Between them, Justine and Michael had 9 children. Raising such a large blended family meant constant expenses: food, clothes, school costs, and more. Even without a wedding, their budget was already stretched thin. Michael, meanwhile, was still heavily focused on his music career. He believed that investing time and money into his music could eventually bring them financial success. But in the short term, it meant less income coming in and less time spent at home. This difference in priorities caused friction. Justine wanted to see more stability before putting money into big dreams. Michael wanted to chase opportunities, even if they were risky. On top of that, the public remembered Michael's past as a drug dealer, with some calling him a liar and kingpin online. These comments only fueled the criticism of their spending habits. One user wrote saying, "When you're trying to spend $60,000 or $90,000 on a wedding and you have 9 children that need to go to college, you are a despicable parent." Another said, "$60K for a wedding and wanting an elephant too is insane. This girl is stressing this man out. The way Vegas tourism is declining, I don't know if this car business will last." Some fans accused them of being unrealistic about their finances, especially when Michael's career had yet to provide steady income. Others felt that after everything they had been through, they deserved to celebrate however they wanted. The financial debates were more than just numbers. They were about values, priorities, and how each of them saw their future. Justine valued security and planning. Michael valued ambition and taking chances. Those differences, already visible in their family conflicts, became even more obvious when money was involved. By this stage, it was clear that Justine and Michael's relationship was under strain. The custody dispute showed a lack of trust. The paternity test controversy revealed how outside voices could create division. The financial arguments exposed their different views on priorities and the future. Individually, each of these issues could be worked through, but together they painted a picture of a couple struggling to balance love, family, and personal dreams under the watchful eye of reality TV cameras. What made it even more challenging was the public attention. Every disagreement, every misunderstanding, and every emotional moment was broadcast for viewers to judge. Some fans still rooted for them, believing their bond could survive anything. Others predicted their relationship would eventually fall apart under the weight of so many problems. As season 6 unfolded, Justine and Michael's once inspiring story began to shift. The cracks in their narrative were no longer small, they were widening. And in the world of reality television, once the audience sees the cracks, it's hard to unsee them. By now, the couple fans once loved had become the one everyone loved to hate. By the time Michael Simmons and Justine were in the later stages of their reality TV run, the mood around them had shifted. What once felt like a redemption story for Michael and a fairy tale romance for Justine began to look very different to viewers. This stage of their journey was marked by 3 major elements: growing public backlash, intense on-screen conflicts, and a notable drop in relatability. As the new episodes aired, it became clear that a lot of viewers were losing faith in Justine's trust in Michael. In earlier seasons, many fans admired her loyalty and her belief that people could change. But now some were questioning whether she was being too forgiving or even blind to potential red flags. One wrote saying, "So, Michael, if you're questioning why she's telling her mom, then you know in your heart that you told her to do the wrong thing, to be honest." Another said, "How someone quits a job that has health insurance when you know you're pregnant? Just the dumbest ish ever." A major point of criticism came when Justine openly talked about putting Michael's music career ahead of certain family priorities. While she framed this as supporting her husband's dreams, many fans saw it as sacrificing family stability. The debate grew louder after episodes where she defended Michael's choices, even when they seemed to cause stress at home. One wrote saying, "I'm gonna make a decision by how I feel," is coming from a man that has a whole lot of responsibility but speaking as if he don't. Another said, "She should have listened to her mom. Being stuck with taking care of another child sounds like he has already made his decision and not even listening to Justine. This is why you should always get to know people before getting married." Social media became the main stage for these opinions. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, people were not shy about voicing their doubts. Some comments focused on Michael's past mistakes and wondered if Justine was setting herself up for heartbreak. Others took aim at her parenting, especially after the custody conversation aired. When Justine discussed the possibility of having her children live with Michael full-time, some viewers reacted strongly, calling the idea risky or misguided. If the online backlash wasn't enough, the show itself gave plenty of material for critics. One of the most intense moments was Justine's confrontation with Maria, who had criticized her parenting style. The conversation started with tense words and quickly escalated into a heated argument. Maria's comments hit a nerve, and Justine didn't hold back in defending herself. While some viewers appreciated her standing up for herself, others felt the clash added unnecessary drama and strained already fragile family relationships.
3 times the most while I've been
In
locked
6
up.
years?
In 6 years. And, you know, it's been hard for me because when I was home, it was always me and him.
Then there was Justine's pregnancy. When she revealed that it was high risk, fans initially rallied around her, offering messages of support. But as the season went on, her emotional struggles became a frequent topic of discussion, and sometimes criticism. Some felt that the stress from ongoing family drama was making things worse, and that Justine wasn't setting healthy boundaries. Others, however, felt deep sympathy, seeing her as someone under constant pressure from both her personal life and the public eye. The show didn't shy away from showing her at her most vulnerable, moments of tears, frustration, and fear. But instead of uniting viewers, these scenes split them. Half saw her as a strong woman enduring incredible challenges. The other half saw someone making choices that kept putting her in difficult situations. In the early days of their reality TV story, Michael and Justine had a kind of underdog charm. Fans could relate to Justine's hope for love, her belief in redemption, and her desire to build a stable home. But as time went on, that image began to fade. The shift wasn't sudden, but it became clear as their storylines focused more on conflicts, risky decisions, and public arguments. Some viewers felt like the couple they once admired had been replaced by a pair caught up in the spotlight, making choices that seemed more about TV drama than real-life stability. Comments on fan forums reflected this change in tone.
There's room there for both of us. We're not necessarily in competition, but there is a space for me, and that's right next to him.
One wrote, "Hugs and kisses don't pay the bills." That's a good line, Mike. I'm gonna have to steal that one. One fan supported Mike, saying, "He speaks facts and he is mature. I hope they grow together." Even fans who wanted to be supportive admitted they were struggling to connect with the couple's current storyline. Without the relatable foundation they once had, Michael and Justine's relationship became more of a spectacle than an example, which only fueled the sense of downfall. The rise and fall of Justine and Michael kept us watching every twist. From love letters to public clashes, their journey had it all. If you enjoyed reliving this roller coaster, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with fellow fans, and subscribe for more reality TV deep dives.